Hello there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a couple of videos for you. First one is going to be an individual review, a very exciting fragrance for me. I waited 2 years to get my hands on this, and finally I have it. I tested it for a few days, and I will actually do initial impression today. Hopefully you will appreciate it. And second episode I'll do a list of some designer fragrances, right? So as you can see from the title, it's a Lalique fragrance, which is from the Encre Noir line, if I'm not mistaken, Encre line. So this one is called Encre Indigo. Okay, so it's very beautiful, gorgeous bottle. I bought a test strip of this, and this one is, I think, fifth or fourth flanker from this line. Originally, if you guys know already, which one? Yeah, I have the whole line except one. The very popular one is called Encre Noir. This one is very popular in the fragrance community among reviewers. It's a community sweetheart. You guys know it's a cypress, inky, vetiver, that fragrance, dark, basically gothic one. Then they had my favorite for summer and spring is Encre Noir Sport. They all are in very mesmerizing bottles and phenomenal presentation, like really beautiful to look at. Okay, and then for the winter I rock this. I always have these bottles. Okay, Encre Noir à la Extrême. Just because these fragrances are affordable, people feel, these are not really like that niche quality, or they are not really that something you must have. People go for brands, they brag about how much they paid. Sometimes, I find it's kind of funny. Fragrance like Azaro's Visit, great fragrance, nobody talks about it. And this other one, it's same bottle but not from the same line. My favorite for winter, very hard to find, Ombre Noir by Lalique. So these are the four I had. Okay, and then there was apparently one more. Why this bottle has so much glue? I don't know, it's just sticky. I have to clean this bottle. I don't know what's so sticky. Anyway, so another one of my brothers said, Kaisar Bhai, recently, that there's an Encre Noir special edition that has some writing or something. Never seen it. So I will be doing this. So I don't have the tester box. It's basically the bottle. They followed exact same bottle design, I think. Not much different. Yeah, exact same bottle design, size and everything same, but the cap they have changed. Okay, so I'll spend some time. Okay, I do not apologize for that, because I love presentations. It's a integral part of our fragrance. So it has this darkness and then slowly blue fade down, and it's like at the base it's transparent. The cap, I actually prefer the previous caps. These are very cheap caps, very, very light, flimsy. Okay, not very light, but don't like this cap, like if this one, let me just put one of those caps, let's see if that fits. I haven't tried it quite. Yeah, man, I mean, like, take a look at that. Would that be so bad? You could give it a different color, but anyway, so that's just different. I don't like this cap. The bottle is very beautiful. It clicks somewhat into place, but not very good. Atomizer is okay. It's all dark for me, it's difficult to see, man. Yeah, it's all dark. Okay, so I'm wearing the fragrance here. Okay, by the time it's 9:30. So let's just go a couple more sprays and give it a full wear. Okay, so this fragrance was released in 2023 by, I would say, one of my favorite perfumers, Enic Minardo. She is responsible for all the great fragrances. You guys know she worked with some of the most renowned perfumes, like I think Boss Bottle was one of her creation. So like, I think she did many fragrances which were like top sellers for many brands. So this one has apparently juniper berries, according to Fragrantica, pink pepper, bergamot, then black tea, saffron, bay leaf, Madagascar vetiver, patchouli and ambergris. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to remember those notes, but I'll let you know what I feel about this perfume. Okay, so the story behind this, when this one came out first, I had no clue this one was out, and the guy, like one of my most favorite and respected, I would say, senior reviewer is Sebastian Zara. Looking, feeling, smelling great. I don't know right now what's his channel is called, but he is one of my most favorite human beings in fragrance community. Very kind and very, very generous, as well as very knowledgeable. He covers literally fragrances that many people don't even know about. So when he reviewed this, I was so interested in it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I really, when Sebastian talk about something, you take it seriously. So I keep waiting, and I heard that this one is priced about 80 to 100 something dollars, and for Lalique, for this whole line, I wouldn't pay more than $35-40, right? So that's the price. So why is it so expensive? Because it's new, right? So I paid for this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 60-65 bucks, around that, for the tester. So they brought 2 units in Perfume Center. One of my brothers got it, and then other one, someone booked but didn't take, so I took it, right? So thank you, Perfume Center, for this gem. So that's the story basically. I wanted it for so long time, and I want to smell it. Like, what's this mystery about? Because the notes breakdown seems interesting. So before I talk about it, let me just tell you some comments on Fragrantica, and it got a lot of bashing and it got so much criticism for a couple of reasons. Okay, first of all, people have huge expectation when they, are waiting for a flanker from a very popular line, which is Encre Noir. On its own right, people are expecting like this one has to be like, like better than the OG, right? Or something phenomenal, like, like it has to have a reputation, right? So some people felt it fell way below like Encre Noir. It has nothing to do with Encre Noir. Second thing, people said it fades out very quickly in 30 minutes. I will answer to that, all of that. And third thing is, they said this fragrance is just doesn't feel like it's worthy of this line. Okay, so these are the comments. And some one or two rare comments on Fragrantica which I really enjoyed was they said, one guy said, I got really good longevity from it, but the complexity from this is what I was looking for. It's a phenomenal release, right? So I like this. I was talking to one of my brothers a few days back, Kaiser Bhai, that I always used to watch films which were poorly rated. I always go to restaurants which are poorly rated. Do you know why? Because they are underrated. Sometimes you find gems, and I actually like it that some people, not many people, be wearing something. I'll be unique. I like that. So I got it, and then when I sprayed it after paying, I loved it. Okay. And I'll tell you the positives and negatives both. Let me talk about the positives. This is a very complex, very gorgeous, modern take. It has twists from different perfumes. It has those notes, but most prominent notes are kind of spicy, smoky, rubbery, tea, and then there were something like cypress. There's something green about it, and then at the base, very base, there's the vetiver. And I think the brilliance of this fragrance, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you see it or not, but this blue, I think, represents, what it represents, the inky vetiver, right, which was in the original this one, right? So I think that's brilliance. And it's not supposed to be a blue fragrance, not at all. It's an oriental spicy perfume. Okay, so I like the complexity. It reminded me so much of many fragrances, like I'll show you, which is hard to find, Le Bleu d'Essai, if you like that, has a cypress note. And the tea note, I have this one, Bulgari Man Extreme. I used to have Soir, I used to have Gucci Purom too. And also there was a fragrance called Bulgari's Black, which is the hockey puck, the rubbery surrounding bottle, which is similar to Midnight in Paris. I sold it off. If I had it, I'll show you. This reminds me of all this. Okay, and then the nicest thing is, this one also reminds me of Brioni for Men, EDP Intense. They are all in the same family. So I'm not really good at explaining notes, but what I get from this, I'll tell you. I get a very handsome smell. Okay, and this is a niche category fragrance which is not mass appealing. This is why most of the people who, understandably, like they go to designer market, they look for something that is easy to love. First spray, go blown away, oh my god, 1 million, or something like Le Mala Elixir. These are easy to love. Here she created something which is telling, this is my statement. You either understand it and like it, or you can skip on it, no problem. I don't mind. I just want to create this. I recall reviewing Hermes's Terre d'Hermes EDP, right, which had a lava note. I couldn't wear it. It was very complex. I sold it off. But that one was very, very gutsy release. This is another gutsy release which I really like. This is sophistication at best. This is not for everybody. This is not meant to wow teenagers, 20s. This is a scent of 35 to 40 plus. Okay, imagine sitting in an office working, and your office is very quiet. You just hear the slight bit of air conditioning noise, which is the air passing, and that's it. Apart from that, it's absolute tranquility. I think that's the word. And you're working, you are in suit, and think of like where you wear also Penhaligon's, sartorial, this is in that ballpark, even though this is not a barber shop. So this creates this aura. See the application that I did, arms, side, hair, 6 to 7 sprays, it will cover 6 hours. Okay, so far I've seen. But the projection from this in the initial blast, it will seem like very strong, wow, aromatic. But in 30 minutes time, it comes slowly close and it stays within your aura. So yes, I do agree with people that they say it's a weak juice, whatever. I don't say weak juice. I just say it's a moderate projection with decent longevity, above average longevity. Is it a deal breaker for me? No, because it makes up with this something you do not find in many fragrances. If you suggest another one which can be like, similar complexity but better longevity. Brioni for men, EDP Intense. You can try. Not the same fragrance, but the spices kind of similar. This fragrance is so beautiful. It changes 3 times. First time, you spray, it goes like kind of like a green spicy opening, and you feel like maybe there's a nutmeg or cardamom in there, okay, which will satisfy many of the people who love fragrance like oud wood, or something like that, right? But it changes, it becomes kind of mellow, and you start smelling the vetiver. And the very last stage, you get that original Encre Noir, which is like a refreshing, like a breath of fresh air, okay? So this is what I got, okay? But everybody needs to explore fragrances, like how I say, you try it on your skin, different skin tells different stories, different noses get different things. This is not a fragrance which is built for service, like, like day-to-day service, like Dior Sauvage, YSL IDP. No, this is a fragrance which is built for collectors who can afford to keep many variations, like you'll have a particular mood, you see, look outside, oh wow, it's raining. So let's say something like I wear Encre Noir Sport, okay, for the rainy days, which is similar to Terre d'Hermès or Très Fresh in a way. But this one I will feel, if you don't want the zesty grapefruit, but you want something a bit dark, but you can wear in the summer, let's say midsummer where it's rainy days, this will be perfect. Spring, autumn, perfect. Maybe a writer, if you are writing a script, or you're a poem, not poem, you're a poet, So this is a fragrance for them. Imagine spending time in library, even if you're a student in university doing PhD, and you're sitting in the library doing some research, you're doing some studies, take this one with you. This is a sophisticated gentleman. This is for sure from that category. I do not find any complaint with this. This is a very nice one. Which I adore the most is this is not like copying anybody. This is not copying any trend, okay? So that's why it's a bold statement. I love statements. So other side, let's talk about some of the things you may not want to get it for. I'll just be very frank. This is not a fragrance I would say blind buy, recommend blind buy. It is more expensive than the other Laliques, okay? I have many other Laliques that I reviewed on my channel. They have the Amethyst line, they have the Laliques Lion, White, was the other one, the horse one, Equus, I reviewed quite a few Laliques, right? But Lalique offers you quality and they offer you something different, okay? They are not, maybe one of the Laliques has PDM, maybe latent dupe, black in white or something, forgot, but I didn't review it. But Lalique, on most part, they are making statements like, we are craftsmanship, we're craftsmen, and we're going to be giving you something that you either take or, take it or leave it, like that, right? So this is not a mass appealing scent. This is not a beast mode scent. This is a little bit more expensive. This is not all year, all purpose scent, okay? So these are kind of criticisms, okay? So if you have issue with performance, do not buy this, okay? This, you will crave for this kind of smell when your nose matures. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, I am in this game for 10 years, so I smell many different fragrances. This one is really beautiful, really beautiful. It's the specialty is the smell. It's 10 for the smell. It's a gorgeous little addition in the whole line. It's like, is the best from the line. It will have tough competition with my favorite, which is obvious, Ombre Noir, okay, which is my favorite boozy, woody fragrance. But mostly what I really like, this one, Ala Extreme. So I have to test run all these side by side in upcoming winter. Then I can decide. I'll do perhaps the whole line talk. This has a high chance to come on top of it, like the whole line. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But then this cap ruins it for me. It's like, why this cap, right? I don't get it, right? So anyway, so Indigo, how much does it get? For me, it gets 10. Okay, as a scent profile, sophistication, what this fragrance did, and such a refreshing new scent, which I look at my collection, I'm like, oh, okay, Mega Mare, okay, I say Sauvage, I see Nautica Voyage, and then I see 10 fragrances which I am maybe a little bit bored of wearing. So that particular day I'll pick up this, okay, I'll pick this up and spray. I will go like say 8 to 10 sprays if I want to really smell it on the hair. It does hold, no issue. It's just that the projection category, I think in this whole line, none of them really project so much apart from the Ombre Noir. Okay, so that is one thing maybe a little bit tough. Okay, anyway, so I'll give this a 10. So you let me know what's your situation with this and what you feel. And I think the price point is too high. Okay, if this was in $45, that would be a good price. So if you like tea, if you like green, if you like say spices and a little bit of exotic inky thing, you can give it a try. Very nice release, very underrated, but not saved blind buy. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload this together. Bye bye.